Welcome to the Newsome MMA Podcast, partnered with Concussion Pro 1. I'm your host, Jon Prentice, and I'm joined by Bellator's UK middleweight standout, Fabian The Assassin Edwards. Fabian is due to fight Lee Chadwick this coming weekend, 9th of February in Newcastle. Fabian, pleasure to have you on. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. It's always good to speak to you.
Pleasure's all mine, man. Pleasure's all mine. Now, obviously, we're only 6 days out from the biggest fight of your career. First and foremost, how's training camp gone for you? How's it been?
It's been good. I haven't fought since May, so it's been good to enter training camp with some new skills and a new look on things. I feel like I've been a lot smarter, and I look forward to showing the improvements I've made.
Excellent. Now, obviously, you're going up against Lee Chadwick, a guy who's got 28 fights on his record. He's far more the experienced fighter. What danger does he pose to you in comparison to the fighters that you fought previously?
He poses not one. That is literally he poses nothing. So I look forward to going out there and stiffening him up in the first round, because he's very amateurish in the things that he do. He's been doing the same thing for the last 10 years. So when I look at Chadwick, I don't see any danger.
Now, obviously, you said then that you'll finish him in the first round, and I've seen you say on many other interviews as well that you think you'll finish him on the first round. Is that genuinely how you think it'll go? Because he's been quite notoriously tough to put away. How do you see that finishing sequence playing out? Do you think you'll finish him with strikes, or because a lot of finishes you seem to get, you put them down with your strikes and then you finish them on the ground? I mean, do you think you'll just put him away, knock him out cold, or?
I feel like it will be a TKO. I feel like I'll catch him a shot that I don't see, and he'll cover up because he doesn't react good to being hit. So he'll cover up, and that's where the ref will jump in and save him. So I can see it happening in the first round.
Excellent. So obviously your fight with Lee Chadwick's been announced for a while now, but even before the fight was announced officially by Bellator, there was a lot of back and forth between the two of you on social media, and the two of you have had a bit of a war of words in between. I mean, what kicked all that war of words off between the two of you? I mean, is there some underlying beef between you, or is it just that you knew that was the guy that you wanted to fight, and so you gave him a little call out on social media? I mean, how did that all start up in the first place?
It just I knew that was one of the guys I wanted to fight first. Is him or Mike Shipman, and it just I wanted to let him know that he's next on the easy monitor, and that was it. He decided to reply, and it just started from there, But with me, it's always personal until after the fight, because I don't look at this as a game. So it's always personal. I always go in there, and it's just how I approach my fight. I approach it in an aggressive way. I like to play mind games, and that's just how it goes.
I mean, obviously your opponent has got nearly 8 times the amount of professional fights on his record that you have. Has that had any influence on how you've prepared for this fight, or is it just business as usual for you? Prepare in your manner and prepare on yourself and not really focus on your opponent?
It's just business as usual. He's another guy, so I just focus on myself. I've watched him. I know what he's good at. I'm prepared. This camp been a lot more professional. I've recorded my sparring, and I've tightened up all the holes, and each week we've gotten better and better. So I'm just excited to show what I've been doing in the last 9 months, and I feel like it's a good opponent to show it against, because, like you say, he's experienced, and some people think. I think this is the first fight people think, oh, this is going to be a tough fight for Fabian. So I look forward to going out there and showing everyone just how easy this fight's going to be.
Now, obviously, you mentioned that this is your first fight in 9 months. For most mixed martial artists, that's not particularly uncommon, but I know you've said to me before how active you like to be and how often you like to get in there and compete. Has the 9 months been frustrating for you, or do you think at this point in your career it's been quite good to have that 9 month period where you can really nail down on your training and sharpen up that technique and things? I mean, how's it been for you these 9 months?
It's been a bit frustrating, but to be honest, I think it's been a blessing in disguise. It's allowed me to heal up properly. 'Cause I was doing back to back fights. I was constantly in camp, so it's allowed me to evolve and develop all my skills. So it's been frustrating, but I'm thankful. And I'm on Bellator now. I'm on a big stage now, so I look forward to getting about 4 fights in this year and just showing people that I'm a world-class fighter.
Excellent. I mean, what's the atmosphere like at Team Renegade at the moment? Because obviously you've got yourself, your brother, Tom Breeze, all these big guys fighting on big cards. I mean, the atmosphere around the camp must be fantastic at this moment in time.
That is it. I think we've got the best team. We've got the best team, in Europe, and it's good. It's good to everyone got big fights coming up, so we're all pushing each other, and everyone's been a lot more smarter, and everyone's developing. So that's what it's about. It's not about being the same fighter you was in your last fight or a couple of years ago. It's all about constantly developing, and it's just been good. It's been a great vibes down there. Everyone just there to put in the work, and I can't wait to see the result of everyone.
So something that I have noticed from your social media, you've been training at I think it's Velocity Training Club quite a lot, working on your conditioning, and I have to say you're looking a lot leaner than previous fights. Is that something that you specifically wanted to focus on, your conditioning? Is that an area that you thought needed sharpening up, or is it just something that's part of the natural progression of developing as a professional fighter?
It's just developing it. I didn't really think I need to be stronger or anything for this fight. It's just something I felt like I've neglected in previous camps, and I thought, you know what, obviously I'm on a big stage now. I need to make sure there's no loose ends, and I feel great for it. I look great. I feel great, and I can't wait to show how much I've improved in that area as well. Because he thinks he's gonna come and manhandle me, and that's not gonna happen. I just pick him up and throw him. So I can't wait to show that.
Now, your opponent Lee Chadwick has said to you, like you just mentioned, that he thinks he's going to manhandle you. He thinks he's going to be stronger than you physically. He's the wily veteran in there, and you're the new young buck up and comer. I mean, how do you respond to that? What do you have to say in response to how he thinks it's going to play out?
Oh, keep fucking dreaming. That's all I can say. Keep fucking dreaming. He can say whatever he wants to say, but he knows the levels. Before this fight was announced, or before he knew that I wanted to take his chin off, he was a fan. He followed me on Twitter. He followed me on Instagram. He was liking all my posts. So I know he was watching my video thinking, fucking hell, this kid's all right. And before you know, he's like, fucking hell, this kid want my chin. So so he's like, he can say whatever he wants to say, but I know he respects my skill set. And when he gets in there, he'll realize, oh, okay, this guy is as good as he says he is, and I can't wait to prove that.
Excellent. So if you get past Lee early on, don't take much damage. How soon do you want to get back in there? And is there anyone that you have in mind next? I know you spoke about Mike Shipman. I mean, have you got a time frame in your head of when you want to get back in there and compete? Obviously, subject to picking up no knocks or injuries or anything like that. Have you got a time frame for that kind of thing?
When I smoke this man and I come out of the cage unscathed, I want to go again in May. I've mentioned it to Bellator. I've said Mike Shipman. They came up with another name as well. I can't remember his name, to be honest, but he's got a decent little record. And that's it. I want to go again in May. I've said to myself, I want 4 fights this year. God bless me with good health, and that's it. I want to fight. I'll even do 5 fights. Like, I'm an active fighter. I don't like sitting on the sideline and waiting around and and just watching the paint dry. I like to be in there competing and doing what I do best.
We've spoke previously about when the Bellator deal was first announced. Yeah. You went over to the States and you were in attendance at one of their events, and we spoke after that, and you spoke about Mousasi and some of the other contenders in the Bellator middleweight division. Has your stance changed on that, or do you think that you can compete with these guys now? Because, I mean, when we spoke before, you said you think you're on their level already. I mean, is that still the case? I mean, and realistically, when do you think your name will start being mentioned in that title talk?
My name going to be mentioned next Saturday. Next Saturday when I destroy. He's had about 38 fights professionally. When my name is, they'll mention my name because when they see me take out an experienced vet, that's hoping that's just hoping that his toughness get through. But I go out there and I take him out. People will be mentioning my name. You know, I will be calling for that title. I want people to know that I'm not here just to take part. I'm here to take everything. You know, to take that division, and I see it as my division. All the guys are just slow, and that's what I saw. I saw when I was in New York. I was watching the guys, and I thought this guy's had over 50-something fights, and I thought I'll take his chin off, and I'm out of shape. I was watching the fight, and I thought, fucking hell, like these guys are slow. So that's what I bring to the division. I bring elusive. I'm fast, and people don't think I'm powerful, but I am powerful. You know, I might not look it, but I am. You know, and I think after this fight, people will see that I'm the next one, the next up and coming guy.
The fans can't wait to see you back in there.
Yeah,
especially the UK guys. I mean, do you think you're the next big UK guy on the scene? Do you think it's going to be your name that people are talking about come this Saturday?
I think it will be. I think it will be. It will definitely be my finish. You know, I feel like I carry myself well, and I just speak my mind. So some people like that. Some people give me abuse, but fuck it. It is what it is. You know, I can't complain. All whatever they say is good, innit? Love is good. So I feel like this Saturday that will boost my profile. You know, and I feel like I'm the next one, the next up and coming guy, the next star. You know, I'm not in this game just to be average like everyone else. I'm trying to be a star in this business, and I think I got the quality and I got the skills to do it.
Excellent, Fabian. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure. Can't wait to see you in action on Saturday night, Bellator Newcastle. Just before we go, have you got any parting messages for Lee Chadwick on as we enter fight week?
All I want to say is show up on weight, off weight. It doesn't matter because you are fucked, and that's it. That is it. You know, on weight, off weight. It doesn't matter to me. Just show up, you know, and I'll do the rest.